Skip on the far side, a double coverage with the safety over the middle.
Alley's got it to him once for 26 yards. Bradshaw right down the middle there. He hits Swan, he fumbles the ball, and up with it. Is it Oakland? Jack Tatum's on it. And Oakland has it right back again. A completion to Swan, then the fumble. Jack Tatum, who'd intercepted 2 passes earlier, now is recovered.
Over the other side, he comes back in the middle, puts it right in there.
The rivalry had escalated for 4 years. Now it was escalating on every play.
Came across the middle for a pass. I caught the pass. Atkinson, instead of just a tackle, collared me around the head, which was legal at that time. Fumbled the football, and then I was out. I was out of the ball game and in the locker room, and later on, in an ambulance going to the hospital. I have a picture at home where Joe Green, with his pinched nerve, gets off the bench, picked me up, and was carrying me off the field. His bad shoulder couldn't handle the weight. One leg was dangling, but he carried me off the field, and I've got that picture of Joe. I gave him a copy of the picture and signed it and said, Joe, thank you for coming out and picking me up. And Joe just looked at me and said, Swanee, that's fine, but, I just want you to understand, I didn't want the team to waste a timeout to get you off the field.
We're back from Vietnam, and he did have quite a few injuries from shrapnel, grenades, and what have you, and he's really fit in here.
There's Tom Landry, trying to figure out how the Steelers are able to run so well against his defense. 5-yard pickup by Flyer. Ian Harris, the 2 deep backs, Swan and Stallworth, the wide receiver.
Bradshaw has really yet to put it up.
9 rushes, no passes. The direction of Lynn Swan, caught by Swan. Legal catch.
And one of the great catches, Pat. Watch Bradshaw. He doesn't use much play pass action. Now watch this move by Swan to the outside. Washington has the one chug. But I'll tell you, the young man from SC is fleet. There's the jump. Oh, he gets them both down. A beautiful reception. The ball well thrown.
Washington is right with him.
Watch this drop back now. Terry has the deep drop back. Good pass protection. Maybe that is on the money.
While the Steelers break the huddle, neither team has used a timeout as yet. 3rd down Steelers. Bradshaw back. The blitz is on for Dallas. The Steelers pick it up. And Swan out there. Caught it! What a catch by Lynn Swan. On the rebound. Mark Washington with him again, but again he caught it.
All right, this was against the 3-man rush, and Pat, you called it. The Cowboys came with everybody. Watch this. Here comes the start. Good pass blocking. People are going over and over. The long throw. Look at the tip now by Lynn Swan. The catch on the other side. He's made 2 incredible catches. We're not at halftime yet.
A lot of doubt about whether or not he'd be able to play, too, after that concussion he suffered against Oakland. Right now, the Steelers are out of the hole in Dallas territory.
A ferocious series, really, the last time. They really beat up on Dallas on the defensive side, and that really helped the offensive unit. There's no doubt about it. Again, Blyer's back in there, the blocker. Bradshaw hasn't left, has he?
2nd and 7. No, he hasn't. Right now, he's in a passing situation. Harris and Flyer, the running back. Outside, Swan, caught it. Never saw the ball coming. Completely done on replay.
And the great thing about Bradshaw is that even though he throws a hot pass, it's easy to catch. Now, he's a very strong guy. I've watched him throw it 78 yards, just flat-footed. But look at this. It has a lot of spin on it. And Swan has those soft hands. 11 touchdown catches, but none today, not yet.
caught 3 for 97 yards. That tackle, of course, by Mark Washington, who's been with Swann all day and covered him well, but hasn't been able to stop him.
Is a big one, a large play. 3rd down and 5 right on the button.
Packed house, and the Orange Bowl from the beginning is still here. Harris, 25 carries now for 82 yards. He carried 34 times last year, you recall. Here is Bradshaw. Bothered from behind. Lynn Swann is open. Got it. Steeler touchdown. Mark Washington with him. The Cowboys had the safety flipped on. 64-yard touchdown pass from Bradshaw to Lynn Swann, and Bradshaw is down.
Bradshaw is down, but he threw the ball about 65 yards, and he threw it a ton. Now he's on his feet. He's got a long time to rest up. That's got to be one of the great passes in Super Bowl history or in pro football history.
Dallas had a blitz going. Let's look at it again.
All right, here he is, number 12. He does not like the play pass, and what difference does it make now? Gets a run by the blitz Mel Renfro man. Here it is. And Lynn Swann does it again. Mark Washington's there, but he's in the wake by about a step and a half.
Swann has now caught 4 passes for 161 yards. Bobby Walden to hold it. Bradshaw on the sideline. No good. No good. Off the foot of Roy Girella. It hits the left upright. So it's 21-10. Steelers over the Cowboys. Tom Brookshire is starting to leave the booth to go to the winning dressing room. As you look at the Goodyear blimp, so kind to us all day. And as Tommy goes down to what looks like it'll be the Pittsburgh locker room, a new man puts on the headset. A guy who's been in these situations a lot of times. Welcome, Hank Strand.
Thank you very much, Pat.
He has been. Here's that last catch, Hank.
He gets behind in good shape. The ball is thrown right over the shoulder perfectly. Terrific concentration by Swann. And, of course, he makes the reception, goes all the way in for the score.
That is a Super Bowl mark, by the way, the 4 catches for 161 yards by Swann. The old record set in 1967 by Max McGee.
For the first time, the Super Bowl matched 2 teams that had already won Lombardi trophies.
Let's go, Joe. Let's go, T, baby.
The pregame talk centered on the health of Lynn Swann.
I did not think I was going to be able to play. I was certainly unsure. Had never sustained a concussion of that level. You know, I was in the hospital, I think, for 2 or 3 days. Wasn't catching the ball extremely well at practice. Frankly, my confidence was a little bit low. And the doctors essentially left it up to me as to whether or not I felt like I could play the game. And later on in the week, I picked up an article, and Cliff Harris makes a comment about how physical the Dallas Cowboys are. And that ticked me off. Nobody can tell me I can't play this game. And so I took the challenge. The most important thing to me when I stepped onto the field was to make the first catch. I had to make that catch. I don't care where the ball was, I had to catch it.
And back goes Bradshaw to fire to the near side, and it made the interception. Safety point was Lynn Swann, and they roll a good catch at the Dallas 16-yard line as Swann beats the defensive back Mark Washington on a great play.
That sideline catch, I was actually looking down, and I'm going, how do you do that? How do you do that?
Yeah, it probably in all rights, it shouldn't have been thrown to me. Mark Washington, number 46, excellent coverage, excellent position. Once I had that catch under my belt, I was back in the ballgame.
Swann's soaring catch was a work of art. His levitating leap was a masterpiece.
You plan for some things and other things you don't plan for. Mark Washington had great coverage throughout the entire afternoon, but I found a way to make the catches and found a way to make the plays.
And we needed it. At the end of the day, we needed him to play that kind of game because the Cowboys were that good.
No one left a deeper impression on Dallas than Jack Lambert. Trailing 10-7 in the third quarter, the Steelers missed a field goal. When Cowboys safety Cliff Harris taunted kicker Roy Girella, Lambert responded.
I thought that was right on time, and I'm glad Lambert did that.
I think the message sent was thunderous. No one's going to intimidate any of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if you don't understand that, we're going to show you that. It helped further define what Pittsburgh Steeler football, Jack Lambert, is all about. It was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do. And I don't know what Cliff was thinking.
2 mistakes, one pregame, one during the game.
As usual, they'd save their best for last.
Bradshaw's back, he wants to throw. Now he fires for the bomb. And Lynn Swann going for it. Swann pulls it in for a touchdown. Lynn Swann beat his man on a bomb. Swann got a step beyond Mark Washington, who's been on him all afternoon.
Swann's touchdown came at a heavy cost.
I believe it was Larry Coles. Just as Terry released the ball, he stuck his helmet right in Terry's ear hole. And I see Terry down. I'm going, he's in the end zone? I'm going to run out there and see if Terry's all right. His eyes were kind of rolling around pretty good. He didn't have a clue what was going on.
There was nothing left to worry about, and nothing more to prove. The Pittsburgh Steelers were Super Bowl champions again. The man who didn't think he could play became the first wide receiver ever named Super Bowl MVP.
All right, Sonny, I'm staying over here with Lynn Swann, a fellow that John McKay said all he did was win football games for SC. Lynn, you came in here with your bell rung. You didn't think you felt very well. You didn't like your reactions to the couple of weeks, and I've never seen a receiver have a better day in Super Bowl or any time else. What the heck happened to you?
I don't know. You know, it's like when you have a bad experience in one ball game, you get an injury, you can't sit back and, you know, and think a lot about what happened last game, and you're anxious to get back in the next game and get yourself together by having a good one. And, you know, everybody here, you know, has had a fantastic year. And when I left the ball game, the team did a super job, and, you know, I wasn't there, and I felt like I missed out on part of that game. I felt I had to do everything I could this game to help the team win, and, you know, it's just a team effort.
But, Lynn, you're not only sneaky fast, but you jump out of a dead run faster than anybody I ever saw. You tipped the ball away from Mark Washington, caught on the other side. Have you ever done that before, where you played volleyball with yourself?
Well, I've tipped the ball and caught it before, but, you know, last Super Bowl I didn't catch anything. You know, and this Super Bowl I caught 3 or 4. I don't know, I caught 3 or 4 catches, and, hey, you know, I just loved it. Had a great time.
All right, what is that you're holding right there?
This is game ball for the Super Bowl. It's all mine.
Lynn Swann, you were super today, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you, all right?